Changeup to go with that mid-90s fastball. Doubled up with it that time and missed. That has been a pitch that I think 1 through 9 on the lineup card for the Cardinals on this homestand, giving them some trouble. See if they can make an adjustment here in a scoreless game. Three straight. And now Nolan ahead in the count. 14 homers last year, already 2 this season. And a pitch around Gorman, a curveball, and Peralta didn't like any of those calls. He issues his first walk, and St. Louis has the leadoff man on for the first time today. April 11th is Saturday. You'll take home a gray and red Cardinals dugout hoodie presented by Mercy. Medium and extra large, the size is available while they last here at Busch. Details at cardinals.com/promotions. See if Sajacy can move Gorman along here. Redbirds left fielder struck out his first time up.
Second time around, Freddie Peralta is starting to pitch backwards. A lot of off speed. And he's got a good feel for that changeup. Now, if you take a look at the delivery, he has the ability to hide the ball. What I mean about that, this is the deception. He's got velocity on his fastball, but that's what makes the changeup even greater. Hard to pick up that release point. I think the fastball velocity surprised the Cardinals early in this game, but then he went to that changeup because he has such a good feel for it.
Pitch number 60 for Peralta coming. And Thomas was late. You're seeing all those changeups and the curves, and then 95 must feel like 105.
Yeah, to Chip, he did a slide step there. It's not holding Gorman on at first base. It's just changing the timing for Sajacy.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball right side. Sajacy does the job. Gorman's going to stop at second. That was the old get off me ball swing, and it worked perfectly. The Cardinals have their second hit and 2 aboard, nobody out.
Well, this is really good hitting, especially 2 strikes. Thomas Sajacy was looking for that first hit of 2026, and he stays inside this. It's a mistake by Peralta because it's on the plate, elevated just enough for Sajacy to shoot it to right field.
So first meeting, it's Justin Willard, the new pitching coach for the Mets. And we understand it was he that is the victim of that foul ball off Potthess's bat. Not Troy Snitker, but Justin Willard, the pitching coach. And he's got some cauliflower ear working.
Well, they're all piled up around the stairs of the dugout. That's a dangerous situation to get out of the way. Hopefully he's okay.
So Church now up at the very least. He wants to move the runners up. We told you that Peralta's pitched really well against the Cardinals, but has been victimized by almost no run support in this ballpark.
Well, I think you have to put the bunt here, and that's what Ollie has done early in this season. There's the defense. They're in on the corners, but this is where you can exploit a lot of the inexperience for the Mets.
Pop foul. It's strike. Lindor was sneaking in behind Gorman at the second base bag once Peralta came set. That was a dangerous play. Bichette didn't move a muscle at third base. Gorman's not the fastest of base runners, so Mets still might try to get the lead runner if Church bunts it at somebody. And he laid off for an even count. These are the things Cardinals have to do.
Yeah, and they used a challenge already. They've had a couple borderline pitches that they probably would like to challenge. They're worried about losing that last one in a big situation. Was trying to execute. There's a lot of defenders all over, out of position.
Bunted in the air. Strike two.
The Cardinals worked on this tirelessly down in spring training. We saw them on the backfields being able to have competitions and execution.
Well, Will Church tried to bunt again with 2 strikes. Bichette creeps away from third base now. Lindor backs up to his normal spot at shortstop. No bunt, and he fouled away. If Church can get it down, potentially you stay out of the double play with the Cardinals catcher Pedro Pajes, the next batter. But Nathan's got some work to do. It's a 1-2 count.
Now, big situation, 2-2 count. You wonder, and they could still put it on. Pop Warner giving in signals, and if you're a young hitter, it's execution. Sometimes 3 opportunities.
Cardinals have been awfully good with 2 strikes on this first homestand. Here it's a 2-2 count. And on the ground, that's hit slowly towards second. They'll get the out there. Church able to advance Gorman to third. They get the out at second. 1 away, and Pajes next. So not ideal, but still you get something out of that soft ground ball to the infield.
Yeah, making contact in that situation, especially with Nathan Church's speed, staying out of that double play.
So Pajes, the key man in the inning, he grounded out his first time up. Remember, he's hit 2 career homers against Peralta back in 2024. We'd settled for a deep fly ball.
Yeah, no doubles defense. You see them honoring Pajes's power, playing straight up in the outfield. Yeah, Alvarez was late in getting that button pushed.
Gorman 90 feet away in a scoreless 5th inning. Whoa. Alvarez with a backhand. Church takes off on a ball in the dirt, and he moves up. That's a huge play to stay out of the double play.
Alvarez, after he blocked that, just put his head down. Watch how the play evolves. He goes and grabs the ball, puts his head down, and that right foot was in front. Nathan Church, again, that baseball acumen, advancing another base.
Wild pitch, now 2 in scoring position. Another mistake for the Mets. Let's see if the Cards can cash it in. And now Peralta wants to challenge. Both he and Liberatore, the starting pitchers, want to take another look.
Yeah, such a tight game and emotionally invested.
And he was right.
Call's overturned. Pitcher's a strike.
So from 2-0 to 1 ball, 1 strike.
Infield in medium depth. They're not on the grass.
He's thrown that slider a couple of different speeds. He's made 2 or 3 pitches out of 1 in this game.
Well, there's the depth of the infielders. That's because of the speed at third base and Nolan Gorman. They have some opportunity to be able to still get him at home on a ground ball.
And Pajes couldn't check his swing, and he'll be thrown out at first. So Peralta, a big comeback. 2 outs. Second and third. It's up to Victor Scott the second.
Yeah, that's when that ABS challenge really comes into play. It shifted the approach of what he could do against Pedro Pajes.
Bichette in on the grass. Victor could slash one to left and maybe bring home two. But hitting Peralta's been tough. Especially that pitch. Victor has struggled with the changeup.
Well, and just watching the game, he has shifted his approach to throw a lot of those changeups. You don't stay off the fastball, you just take it the other way. Keeps you on the off speed just a little bit longer. See, it didn't look like Victor was ready for that fastball. It looked like he was just sitting on a changeup.
So in the blink of an eye, the count 1-2. Cardinals had 2 on, nobody out. Peralta's made a couple of big pitches to keep us off the scoreboard for the moment. He's ready for his 75th pitch of the game.
You wonder if he'll go to that changeup that just has that depth and run, or will he stay with the velocity at the top of the strike zone? "24 pitches already in the 5th inning. Had some traffic, and this is taxing on Peralta."
2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball slowly to the right side, and a flip to the pitcher covering. Peralta unfurls a changeup, and the Cardinals can't break through in inning number 5. No score at Busch Stadium. First road trip gets underway on Friday. Mark Sweeney, that's our Budweiser What's on Tap.
Well, it's going to be emotional for the Detroit Tigers with Justin Verlander coming back in that uniform, but another test for the Cardinals, and it's going to be a good one.
McGreevy and Valdez Friday, May and Flaherty Saturday, Leahy and Verlander on Sunday night, and our partner Brad Thompson's going to be part of the national crew on Peacock for Sunday Night Baseball.
Way to go, BT. Don't mess it up. National TV. He's going to do great.
You're with him all the way. Here's Tyrone Taylor, the 9th place hitter. Libby's pitched brilliantly. He's given up 1 hit. He's had 2 base runners. Lindor and Soto coming up as well in the 6th inning scoreless. And popped up. Long run Weatherholt. And Church comes in and makes an easy catch. Taylor's 0 for 2 and 1 man is down. Let's step aside for a quick word from Jack in the Box.
Hot Ness is back with spicy jalapenos, onion rings, and gooey pepper jack cheese.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Lindor 0 for 2. He's popped out and lined out. It's always fun to learn something about young starters in games like this when they are battling with an opposing #1 starter. Can they match a man pitch for pitch? Liberatore's done that with Peralta today.
Yeah, matching those zeros and how you're doing it a different way. A lot of mixture for Libby. Freddie Peralta's done it with 2 pitches basically. Fastball and the changeup.
Right there, a strike. He's been very efficient. Started the game with 14 up, 14 down. Left side. Gorman can't handle that, and Lindor is going to reach. So a break for the Mets. Gorman with an E5 with 1 out.
Yeah, you see him. He just extends himself rather than playing it to the side. He ends up trying to square himself up, and it hits the heel of the glove.
Now Soto bats. Soto 0 for 2. And they got a pick off. How about that? Lindor forgot how many outs there were earlier in the game, and now Liberatore just picked him off. I mean, Lindor was out by 5 feet.
Yeah, he's just coming off the base, and he puts his head down. Libby's smart enough to see it, and he's starting to put that sliding pad on. The step-off move and the easy out. Very odd, especially those two plays you alluded to.
So that helps the cause. Base is empty now, and Soto a 1-0 count.
That'll frustrate Carlos Mendoza. He understands the pressures coming into the season with that high payroll, but also veteran players.
Bichette's next. This is a guy that you throw out the platoon advantage. This guy hits lefties and righties really well. And Bichette's had a couple of long at bats, so get this guy if you can. As a towering fly ball hit to right. Church is on the run in the corner, back to the wall at the pole. That ball is going to go. It's a home run. Soto off the base of the foul pole hits a solo home run. And the Mets strike first in the 6th inning.
Now Juan Soto stood at the plate because he did look like he was going foul. He was talking to it all the way. It's a pitch that's out of the strike zone, up and in, and he gets the barrel to it. You could see him just trying to push that the other way, and when it hits off the pole and that netting just inside the pole, that's the home run.
That's a great example, I think, Mark, of a hitter going to work, as that one smoked up the middle for a back-to-back hit sequence for New York. Remember, Liberatore struck out Soto on almost that exact pitch. It was up and out of the zone. Soto was hunting high, and he got it, was able to keep it fair at the pole. So he reaches for the 41st consecutive game against St. Louis, and his homer the difference so far today. His first of the year, 5th RBI. It's amazing. Liberatore's given up 2 runs this year, both on solo home runs.
Well, I also think it's magnified because Francisco Lindor getting picked off right before that. Obviously things change when you have base runners, but instead of a 2-run home run, it's only a solo shot.
April 12th is a Sunday at Busch Stadium. It is Cancer Awareness Day, presented by Mercy. Fans with a theme ticket take home an exclusive Cancer Awareness hat. All your details, cardinals.com/theme. All right, can Liberatore flush it? Error homer single, 1-0 New York, and Polanco is next. He lined out twice. Polanco not playing in the field much right now. He's been battling a slight Achilles issue. And he pops this one toward Church, who will come in a step or two to make the play. Libby, some bad luck, gives up a homer, but a mental mistake by Lindor on a pickoff saves him a run, but it's 1-0 New York.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the St. Louis Cardinals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the St. Louis Cardinals.
1-0 New York has the lead. They are without Juan Soto at the moment. He is not out there in left field, and Oliver Marmol is talking with Nick Lentz about why we have a delay here.
Yeah, Carlos Mendoza came out to talk to Nick Lentz first, and then Nick Lentz went over to have a discussion with Ollie.
So a little extra rest for Peralta, and Soto comes flying out of the dugout after hitting his first home run. So there's your run, Mr. Peralta. We'll see what the Cardinals top of the order can do about that here in the 6th inning. Cardinals bullpen is busy. Matthew Liberatore said he wanted to get through 6 on opening day. Well, he's gotten through 6 today and has pitched brilliantly. But Peralta has yet to allow a run. He struck out 6. Cardinals had a great chance in the 5th inning. 2 on, nobody out, couldn't break through. We'll see if they can change that here.
Yeah, 3rd time around for the Cardinals offense, and hopefully they can add on, especially getting into the run column.
Ali is frustrated. No pitch clock violation. Extra rest for Peralta as Soto took his sweet time coming out of the dugout. And I think Ali just said, do whatever you want then, or something along those lines.
Exactly. Now, a big part of the game, and Juan Soto taking his time getting out there, and who knows what happened, but there is a pitch clock, and this is exactly what we've tried to reach in this game of baseball. That pace of play.
No balls, 1 strike. Peralta's never won a game at Busch Stadium. He's leading by a run.
Now, utilize that slide step just to try to disrupt that timing of hitters, and typically does it with that fastball.
Good cut, and Alvarez got punished.
Look like he got it on the wrist there. Right on the heel of the glove.
It still hurts. 80 pitches and a 2-2. Lined into right. Weatherholt with another 2-strike Cardinal hit. He's been on base in all 6 of his first big league games.
Chip, I mentioned it earlier. You have to honor the velocity of the fastball because it's been fastball away. You take that ball away, but also the changeup, you stay on it just enough. Now, J.J. Weatherholt stays inside this, and that's what creates that line drive opportunity on the pull side. This is like a veteran with so many years of experience. Outstanding approach.
Herrera with a bolt. Fresh off catching his 4th career shutout last night. Picked up a 1st inning hit. He's 4 hits away from 200 as a major leaguer. It's even 3 apiece. Mets lead on a Soto homer. Inviting target between 1st and 2nd for Herrera.
They want to try to force the issue with Herrera. They want him to get on that pull side. That can be dangerous too if you miss. Such good discipline. He's looking for that spot. It's easier take when you're looking for that out over the plate. Had that line drive in his first plate appearance.
Two balls and a strike. Let's update our Bet365 odds today. That's already hit for Herrera with that 1st inning single. He's gone inside 3 times and has missed each time. And another challenge. It's a big swing pitch. And the Mets are out of challenges now.
New York has no challenges remaining.
Well, again, like you said, Chip, it's 3-1 rather than 2-2. And Ivan Herrera can still maintain looking out over the plate.
Lace him up tight, Ivan. Let's see what you can do here in a one-run game. 3 balls and a strike. Let it eat. Both bullpens are busy. 85 pitches for Peralta. And he missed inside. 2 on again. Nobody out. So Peralta went 5 innings in his first start against the Pirates. He's in the 6th, but now the Cardinals 3, 4, 5 batters a chance to, at the very least, get this game tied. Oscar Brazoban has started to play catch for the Mets. And the toughest guy in the ballpark is Justin Willard, the former Red Sox director of pitching. He's the new pitching coach for the Mets. Jeremy Hefner left New York to become the Braves pitching coach at the major league level. Cardinals 0 for 3 with Risp today, 3 for 17 in the series.
Yeah, and watching him attack Alec Burleson, it's been a lot of breaking balls, off-speed pitches, and pitching backwards. Got him with a curveball his last plate appearance. See if Burley sits on that breaking ball.
A lot of room left side for him. And away for ball 1. Changeup's not quite as sharp as it was an inning or 2 ago. Maybe some fatigue for Peralta here. He threw 80 pitches in his season debut. Reel him in, Burley. 2 balls, no strikes. Oh, what a cut. Curveball, and Peralta fortunate that stayed foul. 2 balls and a strike.
You could almost see him sitting on that off speed. Just fired a little too early on that one.
Weatherholt leads at second. Ball 3. Weatherholt singled to start the inning. Herrera took ball 4. Burleson in the driver's seat looking for his first hit of the day.
Now that changeup is starting to stray a little bit. The reason why, he got a strike there, but he pulled that one. That was supposed to be outside.
Full count. Runners hold, and Burley is down on strikes. So a lot of junk until strike 2, and then the fastball retires Burleson, and that's the final pitch of the day for Peralta. It's a biggie. Cardinals' third place hitter late, and is the first out. So 92 pitches for Peralta in his second game. He's got a 1-run lead. Oscar Brazoban will try to protect that as the Cardinals are continuing in the home 6th. Saturday, April 25th, take home a Victory Blue Cardinals crewneck sweatshirt presented by Purina. That's available in medium and extra large as well while supplies last. Details at cardinals.com/promotions. April 25th, Brendan Donovan and the Seattle Mariners will be in town for their lone visit to Busch Stadium. It's the Mets' lone visit to St. Louis this year. They protect a 1-run lead as Oscar Brazoban answers their first Chevy call to the bullpen.
36-year-old right-hander has 3 versions of his fastball. His secondary is a changeup. He throws 33% of the time. Big at bat for Mason Wynn.
Looking for his first hit of the series. And that stayed high. Again, Mets are out of challenges. 1-1 game. Wynn is struck out and lined out. Popped up, foul ground. And that's off the netting by the Mets on deck circle. Cool fact about the Mets, they played their first ever game in franchise history against the Cardinals. April 11th, 1962. Lost that game 11-4. An omen for the season. The day before they played the Redbirds, about a dozen of their players got stranded in the elevator at their team hotel.
Wow. Call maintenance.
Center cut, a strike. It's 1-2. Till recent seasons, that Mets team had the all-time worst record in modern history at 40-120. Finished 60.5 games out of first place.
Things didn't work out for them, even in the elevator.
Broken bat. That's an infield fly, and Mason Wynn is out number 2. So Brazoban gets the all-important first out and first batter he faces, but a hurdle to climb here. You've got to deal with Gorman, who's lined out and walked. Well, you'd love a knock here. That's the hope for Gorman. We've got 3 innings left of a 1-run game, and we're in the Mets bullpen. Cardinals have done a good job against the Rays and New York bullpens in the first 2 series so far. That'll have to be true again today if we're to win our 2nd straight series. Gorman walked for the first time of the season last time in the 5th. Changeup.
91 on that changeup, but you see the depth of that pitch. That's his best secondary pitch, a compliment to his fastball.
Peralta had an excellent changeup most of the day today. And now Gorman fouls off that one and is behind in the count. A ball and 2 strikes. Everybody geared up for the fastball coming out of spring training. Those pitches with wrinkles in the first week or so have been tough to tangle with. Favorable wind blowing toward right. That helped Soto. Let's see if it helps Gorman here. Three straight changeups. And now a 2-2 pitch. Line into right center field, a base hit. Here comes JJ. He will score. Gorman with a 2-strike hit to tie the game.
Well, our BJC difference health maker is understanding the situation, and he got this 3rd changeup, and it was elevated just enough. Nolan Gorman coming through and in a big way. And at the sound, exit velocity 102 off the bat, and a huge RBI for the Cardinals.
He threw it to him 4 straight times, and Gorman timed it and barreled it. And Weatherholt scores the tying run. No decision for Peralta. The man at 3rd is his responsibility. And more of the same for Peralta in this ballpark. He's gotten 1 run of support. So Herrera 90 feet away, and a ball low for Sajaci.
Again, Chip, 2-strike hitting. These Cardinals have been excellent at that. RBI situation. Nolan Gorman coming through.
Grounded. That's just foul. Oh man, talk about a game of inches. That one foul by an eyelash. Hunter Wendelstedt had a perfect look at it. That was close.
Now 2-strike hitting, Chip. 22 hits on the season, 4 today. That's 5th in Major League Baseball. How close was that? Probably a couple balls off the 3rd base bag.
So an even count. Gorman, the hitting hero, leads at first. Now the 1-2 pitch. Time first. Nothing picks you up like a 2-strike or 2-out hit. Gorman did that with one swing of the bat and got the Cardinals even. 1-1 pitch and a swing and a miss. JC's retired, and that will send us to the 7th. Nolan Gorman with his 6th RBI ties game 3. As we go to the 7th, time to award our Budweiser Player of the Game honors.
Libby was excellent today. He gave you a complement of his pitches, 7 ground ball outs, but also the weak contact. The infield defense was excellent for him. Only one blemish was Juan Soto's home run off the netting inside the fair pole.
So Ryan Stanek takes over and promptly gives up a leadoff single to Luis Robert Jr. And the Mets look to answer the Cardinals here in the top half of the 7th inning. Mark, the Cardinals bullpen rebounding a bit in the first 2 games of this series after giving up a lot of hits and base runners against the Rays.
Yeah, they were excellent last night. 8 innings pitched in the series. Also only 2 hits, 5 Ks, 4 walks, and a .080 batting average against.
Mets will start taking advantage of the platoon splits here. They bring on Brett Beatty for Vientos. Beatty will stay in the game at first. And maybe that's an indication of how, if the Cardinals have the lead in the 9th, things could work out. You could have Brule and Jojo Romero available if this part of the lineup card is up with the game on the line.
Yeah, and those lanes are very important. That's the scouting reports. They already have what they're trying to do and the matchups they would like.
Stanek's got a good fastball, 97, 98. He's been consistent with that. A few more walks than Ryan would like in the early going. But if he can get ahead, that sets up that split finger pitch.
And he also hold down the running game with that slide step.
I think that's 3 smart pitches for him. A guy cold off the bench, and yeah, he's swinging the bat in the cage, getting loose, but not up to game speed yet. Heat him up.
Yeah.
Throw that fastball until he shows he can time it.
And being on the other side, you have to be able to handle velocity coming off the bench. These facilities that they have in these newer ballparks are easier to do that.
A ball and 2 strikes.
Go down in the tunnel. You can take your swings. You can also warm up a little bit, but the communication of what matchups you're going to take on are very important in these situations.
Short lead at first. And that's high. 3-2.
I think when you get to 3-2, you have to stay out of that double play, and I think Robert will probably be off to the races here.
Not going. And popped up. Victor's underneath and squeezes that. 1 man out. Semien is next. After the stretch, the lower 3rd is coming up for the Cardinals. That'll be Church Pajes and Victor Scott. Semien is 0 for 1 with a walk. They got him from the Rangers for Brendan Nimmo. Rangers playing good baseball. They won 4 in a row. They beat Baltimore yesterday. Pete Alonso hit his first homer as an Oriole. In the dirt, smothered. 2 balls, no strikes. Cubs winning 5-2 over the Angels today. Matthew Boyd is the man on the mound for Chicago at Wrigley Field. 2-0 count. Braves beat the A's 5-1. Orioles won today 8-3 over Texas, snapping their 4-game win streak. Here we're tied 1 apiece. Pirates beat the Reds 8-3. Nationals lead the Phillies in the ninth 5-3. Break up the Marlins. They shut out the White Sox 10-0. Miami's 5-1.
Wow.
Behind Sandy Alcantara today. Big pitch, 3 balls and a strike.
Well, they didn't take off the last 3-2 pitch. You wonder what the situation is and how they indicate what Robert is going to do.
Full count, doesn't go. Strike 3 called. Mets out of challenges. And Stanek with a big strikeout for out number 2.
Now 2 big pitches. You can even go back to the 3-1 where he beat him with the fastball, but this one nips the corner, sort of. I think that ball would have been challenged just a little bit for Marcus Semien if he had a challenge.
So Alvarez is next. He's 0 for 2. The art of framing is still very much in vogue in baseball, especially in a spot like that. That was really presented well by Paez. Caught it smoothly, showed it to the umpire. There was no quick pull of the baseball. He's really good at that and plays like that too. That backhand stop saved a base.
Yeah, Yadi really understanding and applauding the effort of Pedro Paez.
What a resource for the Cardinals catching corps. Future Hall of Famer helping him out. And catcher's interference. So Paez reaching up, made contact with the bat of Alvarez, and the Mets have first and second with 2 outs.
Wow, that's interesting because it was a check swing and he catches Pedro. Watch how deep that is. Catches the glove, but it's also just him rotating and not taking a swing.
Well, if anybody would know, it's Alvarez, right? Current catcher. So an error puts 2 aboard for New York. And now Carson Benj will bat for Taylor. So the Cardinals want to talk this over. While they do, we will enjoy a quick word from BJC Healthcare. So the wheels turning here. Stanek faces 4 batters. He retires 2 of them. And it'll be a lefty-lefty matchup here with JoJo Romero to face Carson Benj, who was announced as the left-handed hitting Mets pinch hitter. 7th inning, still tied in St. Louis. Next to answer the Chevy call to the bullpen, Mark, this is already JoJo's 4th appearance of the season.
Back-to-back games. He pitched the 8th inning last night and had a big strikeout against Juan Soto, another left-handed hitter.
With that workload, I wonder how the Cardinals will play it if we get to the 8th inning. You have Lindor a switch hitter, Soto another left-handed bat, then Bichette and Polanco a switch batter. Justin Brule is the other Cardinals lefty.
Yeah, you would think probably getting him through Soto and maybe making that change, or giving him that inning. Only had 13 pitches last night.
So maybe more than 1 batter for Romero today, as he tries to go 4 for 4 and retiring the first batter faced. That's critically important in spots like this, where the Mets have 2 on and 2 out. New York 0 for its last 11 with runners in scoring position in the series. Outfield playing shallowly. Robert, a big man, getting a decent lead at second. And Benj, a nice job to keep the at bat alive.
Now good throwing arms in the outfield. Just helping himself out, and when you have to push the issue, especially playing in case that line drive comes at you.
A ball and 2 strikes. Romero's 200th career appearance came on Tuesday. In a big spot today, a tie game at 1. 4 straight foul balls for Carson Benj.
Yeah, you wonder if he'll change that eye level and try to throw that ball up. He has some pitches to work with.
Hey, got him. Swing and a miss and a slider. Jojo Romero strands 2 Mets, keeps the game tied at the stretch as you're watching Cardinals TV, presented by Bet365. Cardinals baseball is presented by Rally House St. Louis. It's your city, it's your house, it's Rally House. And by Budweiser, this Bud's for you. Anytime the Mets come to town, we always love to talk about former Cardinal Keith Hernandez, co-MVP in 1979 with Willie Stargell of the Pirates. Keith, part of one of baseball's best broadcast booths with Ron Darling and Gary Cohen on the TV side. Keith had to head home before the end of this series. He's a little under the weather and hope he's feeling better. And we look forward to seeing him when the Cardinals get to the Big Apple later this summer. This is Brooks Raley. He answers the Chevy call to the bullpen. He's got the lower third coming up for the Cardinals. And 3 of the next 4 batters left-handed. That's why this move is made. And with a lefty on the mound, the Cardinals have Jordan Walker available to come off the bench. We'll see how Jordan fares here.
Brooks Raley loves that sweeper, and he can make mistakes with it, especially to those right-handers. He'll pitch at both sides of the plate. His second appearance in this series.
Walker kicks off our Honda home run inning in a tie game. If Jordan or any other Cardinal goes deep, your Gateway Honda dealers will donate $1,000 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. What's the biggest challenge as a regular player, getting a day off and then get called in to pinch hit?
Yeah, just staying in it mentally. You know, maybe taking at bats when you're having the ability to look on and watch the early parts of the game. But the key is having really an understanding of what you're going to do against the bullpen. Peralta out of the game, and that gives you that opportunity to watch